We're going to talk here to Estée Lalonde, and many of you will know her, many of you will follow her, and really listen to a lot of the conversations that she's having and the content that she's creating. And if any of you know me, I'm just obsessed with the customer, and the customer turning into something more than the customer, and that's what we're going to talk about today.
My career began as a content creator back before it was even a job. It was a hobby. It was just something weird I did from my bedroom. And 4 years ago, I launched a well-being brand called Mirror Water, which is all about self-reflection, it's body care, and it's a very beautiful brand. I think intention is so important when you're making content. But when I first started, it was more of an outlet for me. I just moved to the UK, I was lonely, and I was discovering beauty as a form of self-care for the very first time. So when I started making that content and sharing that, automatically people were connecting with me, and not just me, people could feel that. I was never trying to sell products to the people I was talking to. I was genuinely trying to share and connect. But I think now a lot of brands are trying to sort of mimic that authenticity, and that's not an easy thing to mimic. It has to either be there or it's not.
And I think that word authenticity is overused, but when it's real, it's really, really meaningful.
I think what I'm so good at is building and fostering communities. And so when I thought about launching a brand, I knew that had to be at the core of everything I did when it came to the brand. So yes, I love beauty products and we are a brand of products, but I really built the brand's foundation on community first, truly.
Does influence go two ways? How did they influence you to think about building a brand?
Yeah, definitely. I think having that many people comment on literally everything you do every single day it can be stressful, but it can also be such an incredible and useful tool. So a lot of the comments I was seeing over the years were, "You make me feel like myself, you make me feel seen." So hearing that over the years really made me think that I was on the right path for building a brand that's all about comfort and relaxation. And I think that's why community is so important when it comes to brands today.
It is about fusing what you're hearing and seeing digitally, and then really expanding that conversation with the person who you touch. So how do you do that? How do you translate that into a brand without losing trust? Because trust is the most important thing, isn't it?
It's really difficult, but I think before you even consider launching a brand as a creator, you have to think, is this aligned with who I am at my core? I could have launched a lipstick brand, but that just wouldn't make sense for me.
No. So if you're going to create a brand as a founder from the community, you better be doing something you love.
Absolutely.
Don't stop talking about it. How does that work for you with your audience? Do you share the ups and downs of business with them, for example?
People are following me because they care about my life. They don't necessarily care that it's taken 8 months for me to make my Christmas gift boxes because of regulatory issues. They don't care about that. So there has to be sort of a fine line between what you share. So it's, again, finding that authentic part of the story and keeping it the same across all platforms. I think if you're the founder and you're saying you're a community-led brand, you actually do have to care about your community. Like, you actually do have to enjoy meeting the people that are buying your products and supporting you on social media. Like, you have to enjoy that as part of who you are,
Yeah.
I think that's really key.